You know, the Ignatian Volunteer Corps was founded by two Jesuits, and they tell the story of, on a Sunday morning, they invited the parents of these young scholastics to the Jesuit house, and they were telling the parents what the young Jesuits were in for, not only in terms of their studies, but also in terms of the kind of service experiences that they would get. After they finished with their presentation, one of the parents raised their hands and said, "Well, that's great what you've got for these boys, but what do you have for us?"
When I retired, it was like trying to find something to do. And, you know, you just keep thinking there's something out there that I want to do, but I don't know what it is.
It was something that I wanted to do, to go back and work with children and work in a school setting.
I had already planned about when I was going to retire. And I obviously didn't want to just sit around and eat bonbons.
Now that I have that freedom of time, well, this is what you do. You give back. It's my time to give back.
Do we want to share ourselves with other people and to really get to know the poor and understand their problems and issues?
I'm not just thinking of the poor in the books or in newspapers. I'm actually interacting with them.
You grow up, you think everybody lives like you do, if you never see anything else. It's a humbling experience.
The IVC offers something different. It goes beyond just the actual volunteer work.
You, that small individual person, being faithful to God's call, can really have a great impact.
It's a real interesting and unique, I think, organization, whereas it provides volunteers with the opportunity to serve a variety of different kind of institutions, organizations, but it also provides a community where you can work to develop and strengthen your faith and your spirituality.
So this takes you beyond that, the individualism of the volunteer to make it a cohesive experience with others who have like or different experiences, and any of which you're going to learn a substantial amount from.
I had no idea what the spiritual component was going to be until we got into it. And then, I mean, it's definitely a thing that was sustaining through the whole time.
I think the great Ignatian value of finding God in all things and taking time to reflect on that at the end of the service day, it gives me the encouragement, the courage, you know, to continue serving.
The entire class stood up and began singing a welcome song, which was very moving. And anytime I would appear for my day of volunteering, they would get up and sing this song.
It's an elderly lady, obviously poor, with some health issues. One morning, I asked her, "What's your secret? Why are you so happy all the time?" She said she never forgets to thank Jesus for everything that she has. So she taught me the sense of gratefulness.
She was watching the drama go on while the ER doctors and nurses worked on this individual. So I sat with her for probably 30 minutes, and she really had a chance to unload on me, and I learned the life history of her relationship with this man who was in the process of dying. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to be the listener, and I think I'm supposed to try and bring comfort and let them tell their stories, because they need this release and they need somebody to listen to their story.
We relied on the sisters, the priests and brothers to do everything for us and basically lead us along. And now we've been asked to play a major role. And as time moves forward and we have diminished numbers of vowed religious, it becomes all the more impactful that we take up those roles.
To be able to practice my faith is what's important. You know, too much we spend our lives reading about it, talking about it, but I feel that working for IVC in whatever capacity you're in, you have a chance to put your faith into action.
If you're ever going to get serious about making a difference, now's the time you'd better get serious. You don't want to leave this world and feel you left things undone that you could have done.
You have had experiences that, you know, have something to teach others. And just by living your life, you have skills, talents, you know, that could translate to, you know, something that could benefit others.